Welcome to the D-League podcast, the Development League. I'm your host, Sam Coleman, and I am devoted to your development. All right, guys, so welcome to the show. I know it's been a while. People have asked me to be on their podcast. I did start a podcast and then I stopped because, as most of you that know me know, I've been selling luxury real estate and committed to selling luxury real estate, working with some of the most affluent people in the world, selling them, helping them buy and sell homes here in Las Vegas. And for those that are in the industry know that it can be super time consuming and taxing on our mental and emotional health. So I decided to put the podcast down for a little bit, but now I'm back. We have systems and processes in place that have allowed us to get there. So because now I'm bringing it back, and we're doing 7 minutes with Sam, where I'm going to be going through the foundation that has allowed me to get to the point that I'm at, but then also how other people have helped me build and grow my business to a 7-figure business. And it started with systems, people, and processes and time management. And that's what I'm gonna talk about today. If you've been following me for a while, a couple things you may or may not know about me. I'm from Baltimore originally. I've been in Las Vegas since 2014. I used to play professional basketball. I got into real estate by accident. I was driving for Uber and my wife's grandmother asked me to help her set up a table for an open house. Never been in an open house before, but I helped her set up and she told me, Sam, when I sell this home, I want to get a commission check for $30,000. At that point, I had nothing. I heard $30,000 and I said, where do I sign up? Then fast forward, I've been successfully selling real estate for 8 years, millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars sold, bought and sold in real estate. And now as a coach over the last few years, I've been helping other agents, much like myself, that it started from a point where they've needed help and they did not know where to go. And I've helped them build their business. And from 19-year-olds to people that have been in the business over 10 or 15 years, getting back to the basics and then using strategies that have been proven, helping them market and brand themselves and grow a business the right way. So systems. The systems that I had to put in place as I started to build my business all had to do with how I woke up in the morning. And if you're the type of person, maybe you're not a professional athlete, maybe you've never played sports, but you struggle with motivation. I believe the systems that I put in place and the disciplines that I put in place early in my career all stem from my structure in sports. So early on in real estate, I didn't know what to do. I heard some people say you should make cold calls. I had some people say you should do open houses. Some people say you should door knock. So I just started doing all of it. Like most people, you just try a bunch of stuff, and when it gets hard and it's not working, some people just say, oh, this is not for me. Maybe that's where you are. If you're in the place right now where you're saying, maybe this just is not for me, that could be true. It could be. Or it could be the fact that you just didn't stay with it long enough. You didn't stay bad at it long enough to get good at it. And what I realized when I first started in the business, I had to be bad at door knocking. I've been chased by dogs. I've been run out of communities. I've had the police called on me. All this stuff has happened to me, but I got so much better at it that now I still door knock. I've created a successful business, and even 8 years later, I still door knock. Maybe not 100 doors a day the way that I used to, because I learned this from a real estate agent out of Washington. His name's Thatch Nguyen, and he said, I became a millionaire at 27 by door knocking 100 doors a day. And I said, well, success leaves clues. I'm just gonna go door knock 100 doors a day. But what I realized, there needed to be a system around it. So time management and systems was the theme of the last 8 years that has gotten me to the point that I'm at now. And here's what I mean by that. In the morning when I wake up, I have an agenda. My calendar is already set for the day, and I do not deviate from it. If you're the type of person that struggles with focus, I'm going to let you know right now, you will always struggle with focus, because if that's something that you've been going through for some time, you can't wake up tomorrow and just say, I'm just not going to have any trouble with focus anymore. You have to put a system in place, some disciplines in place. And the first one that I want to share with you is utilizing your calendar. The night before yesterday, I looked at today and saw all the things that I needed to do. And when I wake up in the morning, I start my day not with 5 minutes of mindfulness and writing in my journal and then going for an hour walk and jumping in a cold plunge. No, I wake up and I start doing the most important things first. Yes, I do write my journal. Yes, I do take a moment of silence. Yes, I do spend time with God. These are the most important things to me. I just do not fill my morning in a whole bunch of time with all of these millionaire routines that take me away from the most important things that I need to do. And that's managing my time and telling my time where I'm going to spend it, not wondering where the day went. So, first discipline is utilizing your calendar. If it's not in your calendar, it's a hallucination. The second thing I want to talk about is people, having people to hold you accountable. This morning when I woke up the first thing I did, God, thank you so much for waking me up this morning. But then the next thing I started doing was responding to my text community, because this is a part of how I start my day, getting fueled. I need to get my mind firing on all cylinders to get awake, to be woken up mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm here, I'm in an activity, and I'm ready to get to work. This is a season of my life where now the most important things that I'm doing in the morning are building my business. There have been seasons where health has been the most important things. There's been seasons where my social life, I was going to men's groups and at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, going to play basketball with other men in our church. It depends on the season. But right now, the two most important things we need to focus on is utilizing our calendar and also putting a system of discipline in place so when we wake up in the morning, we start our day with the most important things and the things that matter most to us. Just doing these two things will start to change what you see, because you'll be doing different things. And if you haven't heard me talk about the philosophy be, do, have, that's what the next episode is going to be all about. Not the other way around. Have, do, be. Be, do, have is what we're working towards, and that's what's going to help us take our life to the next level. All right, guys, if this episode was helpful, again, thank you so much for tuning in, locking in with me. 7 Minutes with Sam on the D-League podcast. I am absolutely devoted to my development, and I want you to be devoted to yours. We are devoted to yours as well, but don't let us want it more for you than you want it for yourself. If this episode has been helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment for my people on YouTube. And the podcast listeners, thank you for tuning in on the audio, whether you're working out, driving in your car, going or coming. Thank you. Drop that 5-star comment, share it with somebody else, and I will see you on the next 7 Minutes with Sam episode.